What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Jay's Life Out Loud, a channel about nothing, but it's about something. And I'm Jay. So y'all, welcome to the channel. For all the newcomers, for all my people that's already subscribed, thank you for always watching, taking time out of your day. So see, I'm trying to pick this beard out because I'm looking crazy. Just came from the gym after 10 hours of work in a factory. And I don't want to make this long, so I'm gonna get right to it. My topic of the day is, and I asked the Lord to cover this message and let it be a blessing to somebody, or you might say the Most High, but I tell you, you gotta call his name. My message is, y'all almost lost it because it's something else hit me. Truth. And I was gonna say something else, but I'm gonna go with truth. In today's society, nobody wants to hear the truth. I was talking to a co-worker by the name of Lee, just in case he watched this video. And we were talking about, you know, the Kanye situation, and we were talking about other things in life as far as black people waking up and seeing what's going on in this world and how we are always played as second fiddle. And a lot of us don't know and don't understand that we are the chosen people. And I guess if you know, you know. But I say that to say this, truth. In 2022, truth is not what people want to hear. And as we was having this discussion, Lee told me, he said, you know, people don't want to hear the truth. And I remember, like, in the movie Muhammad Ali, and Will Smith's character that played Muhammad Ali had went to the little rat infested hotel to find Jamie Foxx. I can't remember the name of his character. And Jamie Foxx was telling him, like, you know, I sold your belt. And to put some dope in my veins. And he was telling him, like, the truth, I believe he said the truth is real. It eats raw meat. And I don't remember the line verbatim, but that line always stuck with me. Like, it was, he wasn't telling a lie. It's like, life is real, you know? The truth is real. It eats raw meat. In other words, he was saying, you know, it's an animal. It's a savage. And a lot of people can't handle the truth. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth. Because as we grew up, we always heard the truth hurts. And everybody else on this planet is allowed to tell their truth. And notice I said their truth. But it comes with a consequence. So, if you know something is true, there's a difference between your truth and the truth. You know, as they say, it's two sides of the story. Then it's the truth. And in America, we love being lied to. I don't know if it's a safety thing. Like, if you lie to me, I feel better about it than you telling me the truth. And then when you get to politicians, they rather tell you a lie than give you the truth. Social media, I say 90% of the time, is not real. It's fake. It's a facade. Not too many people will come on YouTube and keep it 100. We'll keep it real. We'll keep it honest. We'll keep it pure. Not too many people will come on social media, period, and show the good and the bad. Oh, they'll show the good. They'll show the new car, the new house, but they won't talk to you about the things that's wrong. They won't show you that other side. So I don't care if you're a multi-billionaire. I don't care if you only make $10, $8 an hour. You know your truth. You can't hide. You can't lie to that person in the mirror. Because if you can lie to that person in the mirror, I'm telling you, you damn good. So I truly believe majority of people don't want to hear the truth. They want to live in a fantasy world. As in the Matrix, he asked him, do you want the red or green? Was it red or green pill or red or whatever it was? Do you want reality or do you want a fairy tale? Some would rather stay in the Matrix, in a fairy tale, in La La Land, and being fooled. But I think, and this is my opinion, it's a difference when a white man speaks his mind on what he believes is real than when a black man speaks his mind on what he thinks is real. If a black man opens his mouth and says something that the white masses do not like, or the white people in power or with money don't like, they will cancel him. They will do anything and everything in their power to do so. I've seen instances where you had Joe Rogan on Spotify on his podcast, and I watched the clip, and they actually played how many times he used the N-word when telling a story, talking about black people. And it was like nothing to him. It flowed off his lips like, and it showed you this is a word that he uses and he has no ashamed of it. And it's getting to the point now that everybody uses it. I hear other races calling each other the N-word. And I know some people will say, you know, we took the power away from it. You know, this and that when we use it. And people go back and forth. Well, if black people can call each other that, why we can't? But there are certain things in America, if you are a black man, you cannot talk about. Kanye West is proof. I watched the video of the interview he did on Drink Champs with Nori, and everything that he said came to light. He told them, I don't care if they kill me. I'm going to tell my truth, what he believes. He going to tell what it is. And he didn't say he hated Jewish people. He didn't say, oh, he wished they died or nothing like that. What he said was they control social media and all the big platforms. And whenever they decide to change a narrative on a person, they do it at whim, and they don't care the cost of that person's livelihood or their family. He also talked about different white people that came on TV and said they need to take his kids away from him. And he was like, what have I done that I should have my kids taken away from me? And what And then he pointed back at the media, which he said was owned by Jewish people. And he was talking to certain Jewish people in power. And he was saying, like, y'all have the narrative out here through y'all social networks and, you know, the news that I'm crazy. And I can't say that he's not, you know, he may have some mental issues. I can't say that. Can't say he do, and I can't say not, but I know something is there. But I also know that when I watched this interview with Nori and I listened to what he was saying, it was a lot of truth in what he's saying. He was saying about, you know, we know about the rap world. We know within rap that these artists are paid only when they do violent music. It's several artists that have came out over the years from, I mean, way back from 1994 that said this is what they wanted. And when they would try to bring something else, the record labels would turn it down. You go, I mean, look at 50 Cent. 50 Cent has the most popular show on Stars. He made Stars hot again. It's no way if ands about it. He talks about it on the Breakfast Club. But what happened? He has to threaten to leave just to get stuff. He's threatened to leave like twice, trying to take the show somewhere else. And he said, what he was saying is every time they want to fight against him. But if you have a person that's brung you 2 hit shows and you're trying to tell him what's hot with the street, what people want to see, but you're saying, what does his people want to see? You telling a black man what black people don't want to see. How can you? And we see it all over the place. And that's a two-way street. Because like my wife said, they don't have to agree to do it. They can do whatever they want to. You know, it's your choice whether to do it. But if you take somebody that's never had nothing and all they want to do is make it. They want to buy their mama a house. They want to buy them a house. They want to get that brand new Bentley. They want to do all these things that these previous stars have flaunted in their face. But you can't talk about white people if you're a celebrity and a star. You cannot say anything about Jewish people. You cannot say anything about gay people. But what you can do, you can say anything you want to about black people. And I'm not talking about just black people. Any race that wants to can get on TV, can get on these news stations, can go anywhere they want to. And regardless if they use it to say the N-word or not, they can say racist things all day long. They can call other people's country shitholes. They can call Mexicans any type of name they want to. They can speak their truth on what they believe. But if you say anything contrary to what they hold dear, it's gonna go from sugar to shit. But the truth can either be true, your point of view, your truth, but in 2022, people don't want the truth. I was watching Charleston White in an interview, and he was saying how everything that he's doing in the public eye is all for show. It's a character. And he began, and they, a lot of DC Fly was interviewing him from 85 South, and he was like, what, man, how can you just selling us a dream, blah, blah, blah. He said everybody else doing it, and that's how they getting their money. Every rapper do it, which is true. A rapper is not who they are on stage with their children. A rapper is not who they are on a song with their children. A rapper is not telling their children to shoot them up, bang, bang. A rapper is not telling their children, call your mama a B, call your sister a B, call your auntie a B, they all B's. He not doing that. So like he said, it's a persona. And if you start looking back at certain people, and I guarantee all y'all have had this situation where you've been watching somebody in an interview, and they make a statement or they do something, and you find out they not who they said they were. They live in this image and this thug life or whatever it may be, but when you see this person, they're nothing like this character that they are portraying. And another thing that he was saying is, like, even these rappers, if you think about it, a rapper has a name that they go by, then they have, as we say, a government name. So 9 times out of 10, they family don't call them by their rap name. They call them by their government name or their nickname. When they on stage and the music videos, that's a facade. So when they leave and they go home to their family, they take that mask off. And he was saying a lot of these young rappers now are doing what they rap about. He was saying it's not like when we was coming up. And that's the big difference. So now you have it where the celebrities that you look up to, finding them not to be who they supposed to be. Because if you're a black celebrity and you don't, I would say if you don't play by the rules, it's going to be a time where they're going to blow you out and make their own narrative about who you are and let everybody judge you. See, a white person can say something, go off, majority of their people will still stand by them. They'll still watch them. This person can say, these ends need to move out of here, They'll go to do a show, and the show will still be packed with their people. Black folks, something happens, the white media tells you what happened, and you leave that black person alone. You talk about him like a dog or her like a dog. You drag them through social media. I hear people talk about Britney getting 8 years over in Russia. They like, that's what she gets. She shouldn't have been over there, blah, with that weed, blah, blah, blah. She was showboating, this and that. They don't like us, blah, blah, blah. But it's been cases where they've shown over in Russia that white folks have been caught. 2 white girls have been caught at 2 different occasions, caught with weed, and didn't get that sentence. So that tells you something. But at the same token, black folks like, man, forget her. She ain't blah, 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 this and that or whatever. But yet and still, the whole community will be having on free Pookie shirts, and Pookie done shot 7 people, including a baby, in a drive-by. Everybody's truth is different. So in this time and age, the truth is a lie, and a lie is the truth. You can be who you want to be, what you want to be, how you want to be it, and they'll accept that. But if you come real, honest, truthful, and like I say, sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes the truth will hurt to wake you up, to see what's going on. I have yet to see one man that has not only, for the words that he spoke, he lost his contract with Adidas. His bank no longer wants to be associated with him. Social media platforms will not allow him on their platforms. They've canceled. They had already canceled, I think he said, 3 or 4 of his shows in certain venues already before he had even made them statements on the Drink Champs. But it shows you, if you watch the interview, what he was saying about people in power and what they'll do when you speak against the powers that be. You will get shut down. Now, I may not agree with every statement that he says, not by far. But I know after Michael Jackson said that he had one more song to do for his record label, and he said all the music had already been written years ago. He said he didn't have no clause in his contract on if he could or if he could not, you know, if the music had to be new or old. And he said he already had that ready to go. He also, in that press conference, he talked about how he owned 50% of Sony. And if he owned 50% of Sony, he began to say what artists. I mean, that means if you own 50% of Sony, you own 50% of the artists. Michael Jackson ended up dead. Drug overdose from a doctor that never did time. He didn't do no long time. Prince worked forever. He had to change his name to a symbol to get out of the contract to be able to do other things. David Chappelle. Prince came up dead. David Chappelle, he left $50 million on the table because of the narrative they was trying to push on him and the things they was trying to do to him. And what do they do? What is the thing that they do when they want to shut you up? They label you crazy. Next thing you know, the rumors was, oh, David Chappelle lost it. He flipped out. David Chappelle is smoking crack. You know. All because he felt like his manhood was being approached on. Like they was testing him. You know, he would go on the street. He said he was hearing things he didn't like. It was just the way the whole show was going. It was no longer. And I'm just saying talking from what I heard on his interviews, it was basically like the show was no longer people laughing with you. It was more people laughing at you and your race. But what did they do? They labeled him crazy. He said it in an interview. The quickest way to dismiss somebody is to say that they're crazy. quickest way to say Kanye is not a genius is to say he crazy. Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was around all these years. All these years. Bill Cosby was in the works to buy CBS. Next thing you know, he got 60 to 70 women coming out saying that he gave them a date rape drug and raped them. I'm not saying he didn't do it, and I'm not saying that he did. But what I'm saying to you is, anytime that a black person is put in position, put themselves in a position to win and win big, they will find a way to destroy you. And when me and my coworker was talking, my coworker Lee, we was talking, and I was saying, what would happen now if they banned him? He lost his management company, everything. If they banned him from all these things, but black people said to themselves, he may have said some statements that I don't agree with. He may have made some statements that we didn't like about the White Lives Matter shirt or about George Floyd not being, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to stick with him. We're going to stand by him. We're going to lock arms, and all the platforms that ban him, we're not going to use them no more. Then you will have a situation where I guarantee these platforms will start opening back up and letting him back on. And it'll show you it's not about the principle. It's about the money. The fact that he was banned is about the principle. And if black people start sticking together in situations to show them we're going to be united and we can delegate our own type of punishment for our own. Not, oh, you make a mistake, you make any statement and we will never forgive you and you are canceled forever. We want you to lose all your money. We want you to lose all your endorsement deals. We want you to go in a corner, go broke, and die because you said something. And it ain't a person alive that ain't said shit that they regretted they said. It ain't a person alive that ain't said something foul. I watched a mother and a son argue. They was around the corner. They came all the way around the corner arguing. And I watched them argue, and I heard the mother say to her son, "You little bit." And I was like, and this ain't the first time. One day I was at my mother's, and I seen a mother trying to fight her son. And he kept backing up. And I don't know what took place in that house. Or on the second incident, down the street from my house, but the mother again was trying to fight her son and he was walking away. And the boy even told her, "Nah, I know why my daddy didn't want to be with you." Now, I don't know the situation, but what I'm saying is in that moment, I thought to myself, those are words that you can never take back once they leave your mouth. If you arguing with your spouse, your mother, your father, whoever, once you say it, they can never go back in and be erased. They can be forgiven. But everybody's truth ain't the same. You know, I hear the news reports on Brett Favre taking money from welfare recipients in his state that the governor allowed to happen, and used $4 million, I think it was, to build a soccer stadium that he had promised to his daughter's school. I don't see him being banned. I don't see the NFL saying we will no longer allow him to do any broadcasts, do any guest appearances. I don't see the NFL saying that we're going to take away any trophies. We're going to strip him from championships. None of that. But if a black man does any of that, you out. Get out of here. We want everything. We want your awards. We kick you out the Hall of Fame. We want you. No, we taking all your envy. We taking your plaque down out the rafters. And that's what I mean by the truth. Everybody got their own truth. You know, I remember hearing all the time when I was younger, and I'm pretty sure y'all heard it. Everybody got an opinion. You know, as a regular civilian that's not famous, that doesn't have millions of dollars, the consequences of me saying what I want to say are less severe. You know, if I say something out of pocket at work, I can be fired. But my job can't, and this is the law, they can't, if somebody calls and asks, did I work there or whatever, they can't divulge the reason why I'm no longer with the company. But I think nowadays people like being lied to. They can't take it. We have a softer generation of kids coming up. Teachers can't do their job for the parents fighting against them. But everybody got their own truth. But all I can say to you is, open your eyes, watch what's going on, and really pay attention. Truly pay attention to see what's real. Thank y'all for watching.